Good evening and salutations, my B&B fans. Steffi and Thomas, but mostly Steffi, has been saying the exact same thing for, let's say, 4 or 5 days, or 2 weeks, or three. I've lost count at this point. So, Steffi and Thomas are with Ridge and Taylor, and Steffi just monologues the exact same thing. You belong with the family, broke is bad, blah, 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 blah. It just got to a point where it's just like, you ever watched Charlie Brown? And there's one character, there's I don't know if I can sit there and say there's one character, but there's one point where you have characters that are talking, and all you hear is just wah 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 wah. That's what it's like at this point. Listening to Steffi is the exact same thing, and it got to a point where Thomas chimes in and he says the exact same thing as Steffi. Well, you put yourself first, and Brooke is this and Brooke is that, and Taylor's like, yo, listen, I get you guys are happy, but this is a process, though, you know, and let's not sit there and kind of, I guess, speed up your dad's, like feelings and stuff like that. Let him just kind of process this whole thing. They leave. And, Taylor's like, I'll never do this, I'll never do that, and, I'm gonna sit there and be good to you and be honest and stuff like that, and, never lie to you and always support you. And I sat there and I was just like, I'm pretty sure Brooke said that too. I'm pretty sure Brooke started off with those attentions too. And it's one of those things where it's like, it's easy for you to sit there and say that when you haven't been married to him as long as Brooke has. Because it's this thing called life, and life tends to get in the way of a lot of those promises and hopes and dreams that you want to inspire to when you decide to be with someone. And so listening to her say that was, I don't want to sit there and say laughable, but like, I don't know, it just kind of rubbed me the wrong way. Anyway, they make out, so he's clearly moved on, which is something that I think he should really kind of pass on the memo to Brooke, because Brooke is like, telling Hope that she wants to fight for her marriage and she wants to be there. Like, she still wants to be with Ridge and she's going to fight, 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 fight. And I'm just like, that sounds all good and great. But somebody should tell Brooke that he's clearly moved on. But Hope is like, I'm going to help. And at this point, when Hope talks to Deacon, I'm like, is this chick on crack? Let me get this straight. She goes up to Deacon and she's like, I need you to talk to Ridge to help fix my mom's marriage. I sat there and I'm like, Deacon, you wanna just give her a list of reasons of why that's a bad idea? And Deacon's like, you mean the guy who just literally sat there and assaulted me, who hates my guts? You want me to sit there and talk to the guy who doesn't really listen to ration, like reasoning and stuff like that? That guy? It's like, yeah, because, if it comes from you, then, it will go a long way. Are you trying to put this man in the hospital at this point? Did you not understand what happened the last time these two guys were in the same room? But you think it's a good idea for you to sit there and talk, for you to sit there and have him talk to Rich, because it worked out so well the last time, right? When have they ever actually had a civil discussion? That's why I'm sitting there. It's like, so she's on crack, right? Now, you want him to just go by himself. You're not even gonna sit there and go with him just to make sure that things don't turn left. No, you're just gonna send him in there in the woods by himself. Okay, cool. That's a great daughter right there. And Paris hooks up and has sex with Carter because Paris doesn't understand the word no. And no could be in many different forms. When Carter was like, I don't think we should do this. I think we should stop. I think that we don't want to hurt anyone. I don't want to sit there and be that guy anymore. And Paris is like, yeah, I heard all that, but I want what I want. And this scene just bothers me for two reasons. One, well, you all know if if that scene was in reverse and he was pursuing her like that, every single comment section, as far as Instagram and YouTube and everything like that, everything that's they're talking about this show, people will be up in arms. People will be like, oh, I can't sit there and believe that you didn't sit there and take his no. Like, I'm going to sit there and say this little, well, I'm going to bring up this little topic. I don't know a lot of people who know. It's a show called Master of None. And he was out with this girl. He was being kind of a sleazebag. Um, a bad date at best. But the way that she painted the picture, she painted it towards like he was just this predator that kept sitting there, trying to be with her and try to hook up with her. And she was like, oh, well, he didn't understand my non-social cues or whatever. And granted, it did him dirty. And I wish that chick would have got exposed because she was anonymous while you kind of put him out in the limelight. Um, but my whole point is that the story came across as she kept trying to say no without saying it verbally, but just saying no, and he still kept going at it. And that was the same thing with Paris. There were so many different ways that Carter was like, no, I don't think we should do this because of this, that, and the third. He clearly seemed like he wasn't into it. Like yeah, she was like, oh, you're fighting it or whatever. But regardless, what happened to that whole thing called consent? I mean, I don't want to sit there and really bring that up, but he didn't exactly say yes to the stuff that she kept doing. She seemed like she really kind of forced herself on him. So yeah, that scene kind of bothers me for that reason. Um, Carter is doing everything except for telling this woman the truth, the real reason of why he can't be with her. And that has a lot to do with her overbearing POS of a mother. Um, has a lot to do with her. So instead of you telling her the real reason and the least you would understand, you're just gonna sit there and lie and make up try to throw every other excuse in the book other than the truth. And then it didn't really matter because you wound up just doing it anyway. So all this, I don't want to sit there and have you throw away your past, your good standards with the Foresters and my job. You just decide to just say, screw it, whatever. That's awesome right there. That's just great. You just uh yeah. Oh, and Sheila went to Brooks to gloat. That was about it. All she did was come in there and she gloated. She was like, "You're a bad person, and now you're losing your marriage, and it must suck for you, and this is how it feels to feel crappy, and you know walking with crappy emotions or whatever." Like that's pretty much all she came over there to do was gloat. And this is after a couple of times Brooke was like, you gotta leave now." But I just got here. I'm pretty sure at this point, if you don't leave, that's called trespassing. Because she didn't exactly invite you in, you just kind of walked on in. Um, I'm pretty sure there's cameras in the house that can sit there and confirm that. That was pretty much about it. It's one of those things, and I saw the previews. So if you saw the previews, you know it's going to wind up happening. And this has a lot to do with the fact that, well, we all know that Brooke, we all know that Sheila loves to do what Sheila knows how to do best. I'm not gonna say it, but I'm pretty sure everyone knows. With that being said, or like loading and everything like that, I'm pretty sure this is how another person finds out what she did. And the question comes up: is this person gonna sit there and do the right thing or the wrong thing? And I'm gonna sit there and say that that person is going to do the wrong thing. Um, I have to be kind of a little bit cryptic because I don't know if everyone actually saw the previews or not. So yeah. Yeah, I think that's about it. So, with that being said, I'm going to go. I want to thank you for watching. Be safe. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section below, and I will see you in the next video.